Okay, perfect. So, I took the last video this morning when I was on my way back from the barn, and now I'm on my way back to the barn to go give Nala her next set of antibiotics. And not just her antibiotics, but hand walk her, because that's my life right now. Okay, but basically, guys, what I wanted to kind of go over with you was how, this is the number one question, so how do I grow my business? You know, we've gone over how we make money, we've gone over the different promotions, the different bonuses, we've gone over all that stuff. So now what we're left with is, how do we grow our business? And how do we bring customers and distributors in to our business? So I'm going to be going over that in this drive, and I'm going to try and keep it to about 15-20 minutes because that's how long it takes for me to get to the barn. So the number one way that I'm going to tell you that you're able to grow your business is with consistency, okay? Consistency is literally the lifeline of your business. You need consistency in order to thrive. You could post the best life post, the best product post, sell to 20 customers and get, 5 people to join your team, and you could do everything right, like literally everything. And at the end of the day, if you're gonna be a great businesswoman today and disappear for the next 3 weeks, you're not gonna build a business. You're not gonna get anywhere because you're not consistent. People aren't going to see you as a business that's consistently open. They're not going to trust you. They are going to basically be waiting for you to quit or to fail. That's, when you quit, that's how they see it, is they see it as failing. So you need to be consistent. You need to be willing to be disciplined. This is where I talk about discipline versus motivation, guys. I could be the most motivated person when I wake up in the morning, but life hits and life hits hard. And when life does hit hard, are you still going to be motivated? Probably not. You're probably not going to be the most motivated person. But you better believe that even when life hits me hard, I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to be disciplined. I'm going to work whether I want to or not. So discipline and consistency are so important, just doing it even when you don't want to do it, guys. So that's really important. The ways that you will show your customers and your distributors or your potentials that you are consistent, it's the most ugly noise, is when you post consistently, when you follow up with them consistently, when you're messaging consistently and you're getting consistent results. When you're posting on your stories consistently, when you're talking about the same products consistently, picking 3 or 4 products that you're going to talk about all the time instead of talking about a different product every day. We have 60 products over that, so you could talk about a different product every day for 2 months, or you could talk about the same 4 products over and over and over again, and then people will buy those consistently because you're now being consistent, if that makes sense. So that's how you're going to be consistent in your business and in your results. What you do with your business is the results that you're going to see back. What you put into it is what you're going to see back. So if you're, half-assing it, you're sending out a message every now and again, here and there, you're maybe going to get a result, every now and again, here and there. But when you show up and you are working every single day and you're committed to seeing results and you're committed to growing and you're committing to being the best that you can be, you are now going to have the best income that you can dream of. Over time, it's going to grow. And that's the best part about residual income, is that your paychecks go up every month. As long as you put in the same amount of work, your paychecks are going to grow. They're going to go up. So that's a huge, 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 huge thing that I think a lot of people miss when they get started. And especially because you're new, you're just starting out, so you can't join a business. You might get a couple customers or a couple people jumping on board with you because they're like, oh, this is new and exciting. But once that brand new thing wears off, that new feeling, that new car smell wears off, now what you're left with is people watching you to see if you're going to stick around and if you're going to commit to doing this. you're going to have people who are a little doubtful or a little skeptical or a little fearful or, whatever. And that's okay. That's, I welcome that. When people are like, oh, prove it, I'm like, oh, you better believe I will. I thrive off of that. I like taking something and proving that I can just succeed with it, thrive with it. That's something that I enjoy. But not everyone does. When you start as, a new distributor, it can be very intimidating when people don't believe it because you haven't been doing it for a long time, and then you're like, well, how am I ever going to get anywhere, right? But you will, okay? You're going to come across those customers that don't need you to be like, I've been in this business 20 years. You're going to come across those customers who are just totally they believe what you're saying, and they're going to buy from you because we have killer before and after photos. You're going to rock that confidence about our products. They're going to buy from you. And then they're going to contribute to convincing those skeptics down the road, be like, no, I have clients from all over the world, from all over the country or whatever, that are loving my hair, skin, and nails. And that's just going to add a little bit of validity to what you're saying. I can never pronounce that word. It's gonna add that extra oomph when you're messaging them, and you're not just like, oh, try my hair, skin, and nails. You're like, I've been doing this for a couple of years now, guys, and I have clients from all over the world, or I've been doing this for a couple months now, and I have clients from all over the country, and they're loving their results already. I can send you some before and after photos. It just adds that little bit of extra confidence to what you're saying. And just don't quit on yourself. Don't quit because people want to see, you be in this business a little bit longer. Just stick it out a little bit longer, and now they're gonna respect you because you've been in this business a little bit longer. You know what I mean? It's kind of like an oxymoron to quit because people want you to be here a little bit longer. So when you're new, just be consistent. Don't beat yourself up if you don't get those customers right away. Don't beat yourself up if at the end of the day you're like, oh, Riley's helped me build my whole chart and I haven't done it myself. That's what you're doing. That's what we're doing for you because you're new. When I got started, my upline helped me. That's the best part about the business, is that people are here to support you. So don't think that you're a failure because, you're not seeing the results you want to see right away. Just stay consistent. You're going to see them. I'm trying to think of what else was on my little list that I had for you guys that I wanted to talk about how to build your business. Host a posting. Guys, everything that I'm telling you to do, if you watch these videos, you're getting to the end of the units. You can tell by now that basically everything I'm telling you to do is all the same, I'm going over the same stuff. Posting, messaging, putting stuff in your stories, using polls in your stories. I'm running out of things. Growing your audience, so adding and following, and honestly, that's about it. And then part of the messaging is just following up. But messaging, posting, and growing your audience, that's literally all I do every single day. And if you're not seeing results when you send out 10 messages, send 10 more. Send as many as it takes to see results. When I got started, I didn't think to myself, well, I'm going to send out 50 messages, and if no one buys a product from me, then I'm going to quit. Because whether or not those 50 people bought a product from me didn't change the fact that I needed that extra income. That didn't change the fact that I was, drowning in credit, I have the worst credit because of it. I've been building my credit back up since the moment I joined this business. I didn't think to myself I'm just gonna do the bare minimum for the bare minimum amount of time, and if I don't see results, that's it, I quit. I said to myself, I'm gonna send as many messages as it takes before I get those customers. And then once I got those customers, I thought to myself, oh my God, I did it. What would happen if I got a couple more? What would happen if I sent out more messages? How much further would I be in my business, in my life? How much debt could I pay off? Could I make $400 instead of $200? That's what I was thinking. I was so excited to just, do whatever it took. So when I say that this business is built on the same things done consistently every single day, guys, I literally mean it. I genuinely mean that you're going to post every day. You're going to message every day. You're going to follow up every day. You're going to add new people and follow new people on Instagram every single day. That's all I do. for this business. That's not all I do in my life. I have a very busy, full life. But that's all I do for my business. I'm not, branching out. Don't break it if it's not, or don't fix it if it's not broken, Don't try and change the wheel when the wheel works. Just do what everyone else is doing to succeed and to thrive in this business. It's the same simple steps. It's what drew you here in the first place, is that this is a duplicatable success. My success story is not independent of any other person's success story in this business. We are all doing the same things and it's all working for us. So don't try and fix what isn't broken. Don't try and stray out of the norm and try a million different, unique things. You can if you want, but if you want to see those immediate, quick, results, you want to see the names piling up in your planner, you want to see customers coming to you, people coming to you to join your team, do the same thing that the people who are already successful are doing. Don't listen to the people who quit and who failed and who didn't make this work for them. Listen to the success stories who have made it work. My advice in this business is going to be more valuable to you than somebody's advice who quit. Right? Think about that for a minute. Why are you going to take advice from somebody who quit? Who said it didn't work for them? Oh, I did, it works. My sister's cousin's mother did, it works, and it didn't work. They lost money, and it failed. They didn't, think about this for a minute. Do you know for sure that they put their honest effort in and showed up and worked consistently? Probably not. You probably don't know that. And if you did know that, I would be questioning that. How long did they show up consistently? Did they show up consistently for a week? Did they show up consistently for a week and then kind of work for a month and then they were like, oh, nothing came of it? Why are you taking advice, or why are you thinking about, giving up on yourself based off of somebody else's failure? They didn't make it work. So why are you taking that advice from them? Take the advice. I have people who come to me all the time and they're like, my sister's boyfriend says that this doesn't work, or my sister herself says that this doesn't work. Okay, based on what? Who should I return my income to if it doesn't work? Where should I return my Disney trip, or my bills, or my horse that I bought, or my pony for my daughter that I bought with this company's income, with the money I made from this company? Stop taking advice, or stop doubting yourself based off of these failures. Not these people. The people aren't failures, but the business failed. These are business ventures that failed. Don't take advice from that. Take advice from the people who thrived and succeeded and who are still here. Okay? So stay consistent and stay in your lane. Oh my God, that's such a great tip for building your business. Stay in your lane. Keep your blinders on. If you want to take in the advice and the help and the guidance and the encouragement and the support of people who are succeeding in life, do that. But stay in your lane. Put your blinders on. If people are doubting you, keep your blinders on. If people are telling you this doesn't work, keep your blinders on. Stay in your lane. Focus on what you can do to improve your situation. You're here. So just do it. Stay consistent. Stay in your lane. Okay? So when I say post. When I'm telling you to put a life post up because you don't post life posts, don't tell me that you have a boring life and you have nothing to post about. Talk about that. Talk about how you feel like your life is boring because you never have the money or the time to go out and do fun things. That's a life post right there. Don't tell me that you can't succeed in this business because you haven't bought anything with the income. We all started from zero. We all started with nothing in this business. So go out and succeed and then talk about those things. But in the meantime, talk about what you're gonna do. Talk about how you want to go on a trip. Talk about how you want to stay home with your daughter or your son. Talk about how you want to buy a horse. Talk about what your goals are so that when people see you achieve them, you are legit. You're a real person. You have real goals and it worked for you. Now you're a success story. Believe it. Okay? Stay consistent, stay in your lane, and just do the simple tasks that you're being told to do. You know, if someone's telling you to put up a life post, a product post, if one of the leaders is telling you that, you know, you got to be posting consistently about products in your story, pick a couple products, go to our product page. We have a group that's called Post for Customers. Take a couple of those, tweak the wording, steal one of my posts and, you know, send me a screenshot and be like, hey, can I post this? Like, I changed the wording, can I post it? I'll be like, yeah, absolutely, as long as I didn't just post it in the last couple days. Okay? If I'm telling you to add people and you've added 50 people on Facebook and none of them have accepted your friend request, don't text me and be like, oh, it doesn't work. Just do more of it. Just do more of it. So that with your next 50, when you start getting friend requests back, you aren't texting me, hey, it didn't work. You're texting me, hey, it's working. Now it's a positive. Because when you text me and you say, okay, what do I do now? And I've already told you to post, message, follow up, add, repeat, I'm gonna tell you the same things. And I don't mind doing it. Trust me, that's not the point I'm trying to get across here. It's just, I'm not going to tell you something different if you message me at different time. I'm gonna tell you the same things because the same things are what's gonna work for you. Okay? So, trying to drill this into your mind here. Stay consistent. Stay in your lane. Do the simple tasks. If they're not working, do more of them. Okay? Use time management skills. Okay? That's so important to growing your business. Use time management skills. I hear all the time from people, I can't do this business because I'm too busy. Okay? I'll tell you this. It was easier to work my business when I was busy. And when I say busy, I mean busy, okay? I mean I was working full-time, 40 to 50 hours a week, Monday to Friday. I was working part-time, probably, I want to say 30 hours a week on the weekend. Friday nights, 12-hour days on Saturday, 12-hour days on Sunday, sometimes Monday morning before I'd go home to go back to my next job. Okay, so I was working then. On the weekends, so I was working 7 days a week. I was going to university full-time, so I was doing that online. So I had about 40 hours a week of classes to focus on. Full-time program, 5 online courses. It was an honors program. It was difficult. I was doing a part-time specialty program as well from another university online. So 2 classes, sometimes 3. That was a complement to a therapy being a therapist. That was what the course was intended for, the courses. Okay, so that was hard work too. That was a lot of legwork, a lot of paperwork. Okay, so I had those 4 things. I was volunteering in 3 different cities. I was volunteering in Fingal, I was volunteering in London, I was volunteering in Toronto, and I lived in London. So the London one was the closest one. Fingal was about an hour away, and Toronto was about 3. So I was volunteering in 3 different cities at least. I was volunteering weekly. So it just depended on like where I was, where I was volunteering at the time. I had 2 dogs. I supported myself, and I was helping support my roommate's boyfriend as well. Okay, my money was going out quicker than I could keep a hold of it. My best friend was also living with me at the time. Not Marina, another best friend. I had my 2 dogs. I was trying to take care of them. I was trying to take care of myself. I've been on my own since I was 17. When I moved out and went to school, like I've been on my own. I've been paying rent. I've been paying for my car. I've been paying for like everything, groceries, bills, dogs, horses, everything that I have. I've been fully supporting myself and my dependents, whether that's an animal, or Zach and I obviously take care of Ivy together. But it's not like Zach pays for her and I'm a stay-at-home mom who doesn't make an income, okay? Like, I have been fully dependent on myself since I was 17 and I'm now 24. So I mean it when I say I was busy, okay? And then I was just starting a relationship with Zach and I was trying to hold down a social life. I was busy, but I used very simple time management skills. When I had a 15-minute break at work, I worked. I sent out messages. When I would come home and I would watch Netflix in bed, I would add people mindlessly. When I was standing in line at a grocery store, I would work. I would get up an hour earlier if I knew I was pushing for a promotion or for a bonus or whatever. I would get up an hour earlier in the morning. I'm going to be tired either way. It doesn't matter if I get up at 6 or if I get up at 5. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be tired. I would stay up an hour later. If my friends were going out for an acquaintance's birthday that I didn't even know, I would pass it up and say, I'll come out with you guys next time when it's, your birthday. I was making those little sacrifices, and now I don't have to say no to anything. Now when people say, let's go out, I can go because I work from home, so I can schedule my own time. Now when my horse gets injured, I can go to the barn and be with her. Now when my daughter's sick, I can be home with her. Now when I want to go to Disney, I can be like, oh, cool, we're going to Florida for 2 days for a green carpet in September. Let's just extend that to a 14-day Disney trip. Like, use your time, because when you use your time, you end up with more of it. Okay? If you make small sacrifices while you're busy, you're going to find that you have a heck of a lot of time to work your business at the end of it when you're working from home or whatever. It's worth it. Use your time. That's all you have to do. You just have to use the time that you have available to you. We all have the same 24 hours. Don't tell me you're too busy. Tell me you're busy, and then I'll figure out a way with you to make it work, okay? Stay consistent. Stay in your lane. Do simple tasks. If your simple tasks aren't working, do more of them. Use time management skills, okay? That's all I got for you. That's how I build my business.